Everything is energy, yet we are in a human body. How do we begin to understand how to work with this? How do we begin to expand our consciousness to know that we have more power than what we're ever told? I've sat this morning and broken down into a structure, which I'll briefly talk about today. And the first of it being stability and being actually recognizing, which we all do and we all know way before we awaken or start to have any other senses or questioning of there being something much bigger at play. Sometimes it can take someone a whole lifetime and they've not even realized that, they've not even expanded into that understanding or knowing that we are energy and there's simultaneous realities. So when we honor our humanness, earth, where we are in this reality right now, we have structures, we have routines, we have care that we need to take of the vessel. Brings me into when we know about the body, how the body stores our trauma, how our body is an intelligence of its own. And then moving into the heart space, so the heart consciousness is unconditional. It's a balance between giving and receiving, but making sure that we understand that it is a consciousness that is vast and expansive, and it is completely unconditional and never ending. Then we move into the aspect of the mind, our thoughts, our patternings, our programming, what's happened to us, and the stories that we replay. And then once we can reprogram or rewire the brain, we start to rewire our nervous system. So the mind-body connection becomes really, really important on our healing journey when we're starting to expand our consciousness. And then pass the mind into the connection of source, universe, God, whatever you want to call it. That thing that is within and vast and never ending, boundlessness, where you receive information from and perhaps don't know how to navigate that quite just yet, but you know that something else exists. It's like the knowing that you're a soul occupying a body. When we tap into source and we move up through this system, we're actually liberating ourselves from our stories, from our pain, from our suffering, and we're starting to find balance and connection to what we're calling in the future and what our future visioning is. And because that space, source, and our consciousness has an understanding that we are multidimensional, that when we start to pull that back into this reality, we then start coming down, we connect to the heart and we really feel it. And as we're bringing it down, we pull it into this reality. It's knowing that we have the choice to co-create. It's knowing that we have the free will to choose whatever it is that we want to choose. So as we're liberating ourselves, we may need to look at why we still play the victim, why our nervous system is still wired, or why our attachment style is still playing out in all our relationships. And then once we've learnt about that, once we've worked on that, we're expanding our consciousness. And sometimes the nervous system will expand and contract, and this is the way that sometimes we do have to go backwards to move forwards. So we go backwards through the reality that is known and all the information that we do have to propel ourselves forward into choosing the new way, the new version of us, and the new way to show up. And this is evolution, and this is why we're here. So if you want to know more about this, so if you're looking to expand your consciousness, if this is something that you want to work on, if you want to really liberate yourself, you want to free yourself from old patterns, and you want to pull something into this reality that's not quite here yet, but you feel it's coming, keep an eye out because this course will be coming through soon.